So when my results were declared, forget about top 10, forget about first class, I landed in second class. My father was very disappointed. He was in the office. He gave me a call and then he was like, "How much did you score?" I told him my percentage and he was like, I said, "Okay." I cried. I don't know if I was really sad or just sad because someone was scolding me. Bullying always came naturally to me. I mean, I have a cousin who is still afraid of me. Like, he refuses to be in the same room with me till this day.
What did you do?
I have no clue. I remember fighting with him a lot, and he also fought back. He also hit me back. But I think.
What were the words that you would use to Bodhi when you were angry with him?
Gandu.
Oh yeah, actually recently I was talking to somebody who asked me, about cannibalism there. I was like, what? No, dude.
You look delicious to me. I can make a nice top out of you. My oven is ready. I was like, oh my god, I can so relate to that. And she is 13. Like, you young nuggets chipkawing gyan on me. What's happening?
Hello, humans of the world. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Ordinary. Today, we are meeting an Oya, which means Didi in our dialect. She's from Nagaland and she's creating quite a storm in the food scene of Goa. She's not here yet, and I think it's a perfect time to catch her at her home. Shall we find out more? Let's go. Come on. Where is the doorbell? Where is the doorbell? Where is the doorbell? There's no doorbell. Hello, open the door. Hi, I'm back.
Come in.
Shall we shake hands or hug?
Okay, let's hug.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how you been?
I'm good too. First of all, I want to ask you,
Okay.
do you prefer hugging or shaking hands?
Hugging, of course.
How? Because I just learned hugging, in college. Because back home, we don't have like hug culture. We just like shake hands.
I know, yeah. Even I got used to hugging very later in life, but then I prefer hugging over shaking hands now. So.
Nice. Because I'm still getting used to it. Sometimes it's like awkward.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But anyways, you've got this big, beautiful place. Yeah, please show me around first.
Would you like to start downstairs? Or
Wherever, take me.
Okay, let's start from there.
Okay, let's go.
So
Nice.
this is our dining space.
Oh my god, this kitchen smells like ghar ka smell, yeah. Smoked.
Must be smelling of all the fermented.
Oh, we're outside.
So during COVID, we had a lot of free time in our hands. This is a byproduct of doing nothing.
Acha, okay.
Come along.
You've got a huge yard, yeah?
We plant a lot of our garden veggies and you know
we
what
call
that
it
is,
shamroy.
right? Shamroy.
Yeah, so basically like meat ka herbs, like loosely translated.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
It's like come. Then here's my prize possession. I did not get a good crop this year,
You have to shoot this. Because having fresh, it's like the fragrance, right?
The
It's so
floral
amazing,
fragrance.
right? Yeah.
Hey, goody. Then,
And what's this?
I have a smoker here. This is where
Oh
all the
my
smoked meat
God.
happens.
Can we open?
Yes, of course.
What's कुछ है अंदर?
The other way. Like. Crispy.
But ये खाली है. But
Pork
there's
मिलेगा बाद
supposed to
में.
be meat. Just imagine that there's lots of meat here. Oh, and it's greasy.
Yes, all the pork lard.
The smell, yeah. So when you moved to Goa, did you ever feel like this is going to be a home, or how was it when you first moved to Goa?
I had no clue what I was jumping into. Then slowly, when I first landed here, I felt a little alienated. I don't know, maybe it was just in my head because coming from far off and all that. But slowly, now Goa is home now.
Yeah.
Hey, goody.
Yeah, you've got like this actually feels like home, you know. Do you sometimes miss like home? You know what I mean? Like
Home, yes.
home.
Of course, I miss home, and especially the incessant rain has been reminding me of home. But I'm okay with being here, and also whenever I go there, I don't feel like coming back here. So yeah, I get stuck wherever I go.
So actually, I ask all my guests to make me something. Like I make them work. या चाय बनाओ या coffee बनाओ या something whatever. What are you treating me?
Nimbu pani.
Fine, nimbu pani. Let's make nimbu pani then.
I'll make you chai.
Let's go
I'll get
in
a
the
TV.
kitchen. I'm gonna make her work. This is like a nice setup, yeah.
The kitchen.
It's cute.
I find it very small, and initially I was running my whole business from this kitchen. It was quite challenging, but we managed.
I was surprised also and kind of happy to hear when you say, you know, this Goa is home now, which is like, you know, commendable, because from where we come, we feel so strongly about our roots, right?
I know.
Wherever we go, I always hesitate to say, you know, this is home. But you were like so easily, so comfortably, you said, you know, Goa is home already. So I just want to confirm, you really don't miss home?
Of course, I miss home. I miss the food. Then I miss my sisters. I have pets in Kohima who I have not visited in the last 4 years. So yeah, they must be old by now.
4 years?
Yeah. I've been stuck here for the last 4 years. Just stuck with work. Then yeah, of course, I miss my friends. I'm not sure if any of them are still there in Kohima, but then most of them have moved out. But whenever we get together, we get to see each other once in a while. So, and also I spent most of my childhood in Kohima, right? So, yeah, I do miss home.
So Kohima, but you're not originally from Kohima, are you? Your mom and dad, they're from which?
That's right. I am originally from Mokokchung.
Mokokchung.
Yes.
Okay.
I belong to it's called Sungratsu. The name of my dad.
What?
Sungratsu.
Sungratsu.
Tsu.
Sung.
Sungratsu.
Tsu.
Tsu, yeah. The U sound.
Tsu. Okay.
Yeah, we are known to make the best anishi even among the Aos. So. So my dad is from Sungratsu. My mom is from Mopongchikit. I was born in Mopongchikit, my mom's village. Then we moved to Mogokchung. We were there for I think a year maybe. Then by the time I was 5 years old, we moved to Kohima. Then, I was in Kohima for as long as I was in school. I finished my 10th. Then after 10th, I moved to Dimapur. And after that, yeah, I've been
you moved to Dimapur. Okay.
Then after I finished my 12th, I've been away from home.
In Dimapur, no?
Yes.
So you have moved around a little bit, quite a bit.
Yeah. Right? Then I was in Delhi for a few years. No, after Dimapur, I was in Shillong. Then Shillong to Delhi. Then now I'm here. Black tea, orange tea, let's say. Whenever a dog gets neutered or spayed, that's the sign, that's a marker to identify that they are sterile.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Rudy? Chala?
Yeah, let's go. So it's just you and who else who stays here, this big house?
Me, myself, and I. So this is my partner and me.
So let's talk about family. How was it growing up, you know?
I had a lot of siblings. Like we are 4 of us, although very far apart in age. We have a lot of age gap. But growing up was fun because it was always like a circus. You know, we were always making fun of each other. There's always sound of laughter, and there's a lot of food and activities happening in the house. So yeah, that'll be my memories of growing up.
What about mom and dad?
Yes, mom and dad. My parents separated when I was 12 years old. Then,
only 12 years.
Yes, I had 2 siblings already by then, and my father remarried a couple of years after the divorce, and it seemed all right, but later we realized that there were always, you know, like rough edges or things that were left unprocessed, which came back for us later in life, and a lot of generational conditionings and even trauma, I would say, that we carried on even up till this day. And even now we realize a lot of things which we find out later that okay, that was not normal. Yeah, I think it's part of growing up for everyone, right? Although we managed to make everything seem like it was okay, but looking back, there were a lot of things that we would have done otherwise.
When did your father kick you out of your house? When did he say कि जा बेटी UPSC करके आ नहीं तो मत आ? Did he say something like that? How was it?
Yeah, that was 2011, I remember. And I think we consider our parents as set apart, for that role, like to be parents and to be all knowing. They're also humans. Now that I've grown up, or so I think.
Huge question mark.
I know. I've started giving them this benefit of doubt because there is no rule book, or it's not something you learn, and it's not something someone comes and teaches you how to do it, right? So this is something that I have been telling myself, that even they are humans as well, and even they make mistakes. Although like whatever mistakes they made, maybe they affected my life, all the decisions that I've made, all the conditionings that I have right now at this point in life. But yes, our parents also tried their best to set us on the right path, and even though maybe not everything that they did was correct for us, maybe it was not right for us, maybe it was not what we also wanted for our lives, and maybe also we did not have a clue what we were doing with our lives. I did not have a clue what I was doing with my life at that point. But yes, I was sent out for the UPSC coaching. It's either you get a government job or you are jobless, right?
Yeah.
Back home.
Yeah.
So that was what I was also sent to do, and that was the first time that I, like rebelled. Or like, nay, this is what I want to do with my life. Although I did not have any idea what I would do with my life otherwise.
Was there something that, like a moment that made you realize, no, this is it. This is not for me. I gotta do something.
Yes. Now that you have put it like that as a question, like it's clearly bringing some memories back. There was this moment when I was thinking about how much studying I have to do, and I'm not a studious person. I heard stories about people who stay up all night, so I was like, no, I can't do this. And I saw the books that you have to read, all the general knowledge, and that's just a part of it, right? नहीं होगा मुझसे.
What did you tell your father?
I don't remember exactly what I told him, but I remember he was very pissed off. he was like, you are ruining your life.
Ghar wapas mat aa. Did he say something like that?
Yeah, I think like something along those lines only. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You are a disappointment.
Did he literally say that?
Disappointment, I don't remember, but I remember him telling me I don't have any hope from you anymore. I was like, but okay.
And then what happened?
I studied literature for my bachelor's, and I have a master's in linguistics, and translation had always had my interest. So
Wow.
I decided to learn a foreign language. My first option was Chinese, then came Japanese because of all the anime that was just pop culture. It went on for 3 years.
There are some levels, right, for
Right.
languages. So are you like at the top level or what?
I managed to get to N3, so there are 5 levels. There is 5, 4, it starts from 5 and then 4, 3, 2, 1. So I finished N3 exam, then I started working after that.
Oh, in Delhi itself, you're working
Yes.
as a translator.
Yeah, I used to be a freelance translator and an interpreter, so on-spot translation and interpretation.
So was this after the episode with your father?
Oh yes, of course, yeah. That was when I decided that I don't want to do this UPSC coaching anymore, and I want to do something else. Then I didn't figure out, but then I was interested in learning another language, another foreign language. So I picked up Japanese, and I started working I worked in Delhi for a few years, even though I still did not feel like okay, like this is what I want to do with my life. Like this is it. This is my calling. It gave me a lot of joy, because also Japanese, all the entire obsession with Japanese culture and everything was heating up during those years. So it was a lot of fun, but still did not satisfy my soul.
So during this time, how were you internalizing? How were you processing all this emotional thing? Ek to you had a kind of a showdown with your family, with your father, and then you're doing something on your own, but you're still not that satisfied. So inside, what were you thinking? How was your mindset like? What were you telling yourself? How were you processing all these things?
To be very honest, all those years that I spent in Delhi it felt like a blur because that was many years before I had my realizations and realized that okay, like this, maybe I am behaving this way because of that. Because sometimes you don't realize it, but then you also maybe a certain personality trait of yours could be a result of what you have been taught, like how someone else's version of you, and they have planted it in your head so deep that you become that version.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I spent most of my adult years like that. I did not feel any sort of conflict or any sort of like how like why am I doing this, like those sort of emotions all the years that I was in Delhi. Then after I moved to Goa, there was this incident that really shook me up. Like it just changed the entire foundation that makes me a person, as they say. So that happened when my dog died, and that gave me an opportunity to take a step back, then take a wider perspective on life, on everything that's happening around. Then that was when I started questioning life. So when I was in Delhi, I spent most of the time alone. Although I had friends around, I lived alone, and that was when I adopted a dog. I had no clue why I was getting a dog because I was not making that much money to be able to afford a pedigree dog. Then yes, because I looked around and I could see everyone was buying dogs. So I was like, okay, like maybe that's the next cool thing to do. Then I got myself a dog. Although I had pets growing up, we always had pets at home. Then yes, without realizing that dog became my emotional support animal. Like there were moments when I was so depressed, I'll be thinking of killing myself, and then I'll think to myself, if I die, who's going to take care of the dog? I can't die now. We moved to Goa, then of course the dog also came along with us. That was after I met my partner, Abhijit. Then yeah, the three of us moved here together, and 4 years later, the Leo, the dog's name is Leo. Leo had a twisted gut.
What's that?
It can happen to any large-chested dog, and very common among German Shepherds. Leo was a German Shepherd. Imagine the stomach is here, and then you have the other parts of the alimentary canal, which is holding the stomach together. And what happens is it twists. So it's twisted from this end and the other end as well. And only a surgery can undo that.
Okay.
Yeah, and at that point, Goa did not have any of these 24/7 veterinary clinics. And he was in that condition for more than 16 hours. And finally, when we got him to a vet,
Painful.
yeah, they tried to operate on him. The operation was successful or unsuccessful, should I call it? And yeah, 16 to 18 hours later, like, he died. Yeah, biggest trauma of my life. But yeah.
How long was he with you?
He was 8 years old when he passed.
Oh.
Sad, but yeah. It's an open wound, something that never heals.
Because it was the closest thing, no? You.
It's with me all the time. So.
Moving to Goa, what was it that made you move to Goa? What happened?
I was still working as a translator interpreter, like having these odd jobs here and there. And my partner, it was my partner's decision initially to move to Goa. He was also looking to move out of Delhi, and one of his friends came with a proposal. There was a magazine that he wanted to run together, like the two of them. He agreed, and he asked me if I also would like to join him. And I think it was more like a leap of faith. In my head, I thought maybe I can also continue working online, right? Came here. I don't know. I seriously don't know what made me take that leap, but yeah, I'm glad I did.
When you came here, did you imagine this life?
uh, Not even in my wildest dreams, I still say.
Sometimes like when we move away or when we decide to go from something which is familiar, right? You might not have been that satisfied, but you were doing something which you were familiar with, right? And moving away from something familiar, I think it takes a tremendous courage. For you, where does that courage comes from?
I think it comes from being a survivor. Because looking back now, there are many instances starting from our childhood and even in adulthood, a lot of things which have happened, and maybe you decided to look the other way. But maybe that was just your mind's way of saving yourself from the harm that's coming your way, and you decide to ignore it or not acknowledge it because you know that it's gonna take a toll on you, and then you also decide to deal with it later, and only later in life when you look back then you realize, my god, what was I thinking, like could have lost my life sort of incidents. Then yeah, I think it all comes from taking care of yourself, because no matter what, at the end of the day you only have you, right? So I think courage comes from within.
But
Yeah.
I'm really glad you said that, because I also resonate with that, because at the end of the day it's just you,
Yeah.
it's always me first, right? I really love this idea ki you have to love yourself first,
Hannah.
because if you don't know how to love yourself, how are you supposed to love others,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? So growing up, did you ever feel like you were loved, or how was it? Because you said you have a lot of siblings.
A lot of awkwardness. Like there is no hugging, as we were discussing earlier. There is no hugging. There is no expression of love. There's no telling each other that you love each other or how you feel about each other. Even between parents or even among siblings, it's always the actions, right? So, which I believe now that if you feel something, if there's something in your heart, then you should always say it, right? And let the other person know. And yeah, uh, what what doesn't our family look like? A lot of food,
Obviously.
a lot of socializing, like unwanted socializing, where the siblings and I have to hide in the room, and the parents are like, "Oh, okay, like I think you guys need to come out and meet this uncle, that auntie." Okay, a lot of that. We are fighting and arguing, and like one person is not getting along with the other, and all the family gossips and politics and drama that comes along. Masala.
Yes, family dramas are the best.
Masala.
Did you have this sense of responsibility? Ki, did you tell yourself, ki, no, I have to be the strong one? Is that why you think you kind of became a bully? You were a bully, right?
I still am.
You still have. So do you think it's because of that, that sense of responsibility, that you have to be the strong one? So you have to kind of protect,
Strangely enough, I never felt like that when I was younger. I always felt like I was also a child. And for the most part of my life, like till the time I was maybe even in my late 20s, I always felt like I was a child. So yeah, that was my normal. Bullying always came naturally to me, because being the eldest and having so many minions around me, I would order them around, like, do this for me, do that for me. And I mean, I have a cousin who is still afraid of me. Like, he refuses to be in the same room with me till this day.
What did you do?
I have no clue. I remember fighting with him a lot, and he also fought back. He also hit me back. But I think because physically I was bigger, right? Now I'm sure like he's taller than me, bigger than me. I haven't met him in many years, but yeah, the knuckle knocking. He receives a lot of that from me, and
The power of knuckle.
and every time we were together, all our relatives and even our cousins, everyone knew that okay, if these two are together, it's not gonna be like pleasant, because they're gonna be fighting all the time. So yeah, he refuses to get on a call with me, and
I'm so sorry, please.
I know. I think I
Whoever
have
you are.
traumatized him.
Yeah, you should apologize.
I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry. Because from my point of view, it all seems funny, right? But then maybe from his point of view, maybe he was actually traumatized. Because he's very close with my other siblings, and then
Ah.
the minute my siblings mention my name, he's gonna be like, no, I don't want to talk to her. Like she's just gonna yell at me. She's gonna scold me.
Looking back, do you think it was a way to protect yourself, you know?
I I I feel so. Yeah, just appearing to be more stern or fierce. You always feel like, okay, like you're putting this point across that, okay, that woman is not being messed with, but then inside you are also that very scared child, like who just wants to be protected. It's just a facade.
Don't get fooled.
I know.
What were you telling yourself during these times, you know? Family issues are happening, you know, they're all awkwardness, and you are in a situation where you don't want to be, but you can't escape it. So, what did you tell yourself?
You know, to be honest, I don't remember telling myself anything because every day was survival for me, right? How do I get out? How do I make it to the end of the day alive, right? And also, which is why I don't remember myself thinking about my future a lot. I didn't imagine that, okay, like this is what I want to be when I grow up later in life, because it was always a matter of like, okay, like how are you going to get out of this life? Like, I think just telling myself that, okay, maybe there's a better life somewhere someday that's waiting for you. Maybe there was always that in the back of your head where you knew that, okay, like it's not always going to be like this. Like, this too shall pass. So maybe all of that put together, like just brought us exactly to this moment together.
So, yeah, coming back to Goa, you said, you know, you left Delhi, took a leap of faith with your partner. Let's talk about your partner. Tell us about him.
I think I had already made up my mind that, okay, if it's going, I want to go too. Because what was I doing in Delhi anyway? Like most of my friends had moved out of Delhi, and yeah, also all the pollution, that exhausting city life. Yeah, it was starting to get to me as well. It was already, he had already made up his mind that he wanted to leave, and it was starting to get to me as well. So I was like, okay, maybe this is the opportunity to run.
Where did you meet him?
I met him in Delhi.
Yeah, but where, how,
Where?
there are specifics.
We met on Tinder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right? A lot
That's
of people
a
are like,
nice
how you guys met on
story.
Tinder?
Tell us about that. Tell us about your date. How?
I remember our first date. It was a cold January night in Delhi. Then
Super cold, yeah, January.
very cold, yeah. Then we went for dinner and we went to have Naga food. Yes.
Kaha pe? Where?
Hornbill in Humayunpur.
And then you just hit it off?
Yeah. I mean, we were talking for a couple of weeks, a month before that. Then we decided to meet. And yeah. After that, he came to meet my dog. And he had never been, he did not grow up with dogs. So he was very scared of Leo at that point. But now he has two dogs who sleeps on the bed together with him.
What is it about him that you like so much?
Oh man, that's a difficult one because we have lived together long enough that we now have started fighting like siblings. Yeah, we are already at that point. So if you're asking me that question, I'm just gonna be like, nothing.
You just smack each other's head.
Yeah. Be like annoyed with each other eternally. I think that's what most partnerships are like, right? You just find that person you want to be annoyed with for the rest of your life. And,
That you're comfortable enough
yeah.
to be annoyed, right? And yet still stay stuck together. And you introduced doggies, right? And he now changed.
Yeah. Now whenever we go out, if we see a dog on the street, he also goes up to greet the dog and all that. So yeah, I think it's not difficult to teach someone how to love.
So now if you have to choose between doggy and poddy, what will you choose?
I think I would choose the dogs. Yeah, I'm sorry, Poddy, but yeah. Because the dogs are always there and they're always my silent companions, right?
What about your mother? You know, did you reconnect with her?
after they separated, we did not get to see each other for 15 years. And in 2012, we reconnected. I reached out to her, and then we were back in each other's lives. Then she developed early onset Alzheimer's, and by the time we were back together again, I had already started losing her. And in 2021, we lost her. I mean, COVID was the final blow. We lost her to COVID, but yeah, she had Alzheimer's by the time we lost her. So it was very weird for me because all the time that we were not together, she was still alive, right? And
How did you deal with that? You know,
I have
knowing
no
that
clue.
your mother is still alive, but you're not in touch with her. You were not allowed to be in touch with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, didn't you fight with your father or your grandparents or anybody, any of the adult, to let you see your mother? Because you were still a child, right?
Right. I guess that it all comes from being conditioned and being obedient. I was a very docile kid, although I was also very angry all the time, but I hardly put up a fight. I was angry alone. And yeah, I think that also played a major role because I did not question like, why are we not allowed to have co- contact with her, like maintain a relationship with her. And yeah, almost 15 years has passed without us having a proper, like a meeting or like just spending time together. Now, now that I'm grieving her, it feels very strange because I don't have memories of her, right? And I don't know, and I only get these bits and parts from people who have known her, who have lived with her, and through their memories. And I really did not get to know her because I was very young when we separated. So, life, the curveballs.
Did she tell you her side of the story when you met her, or was she too gone?
A divorce is always ugly. I am assuming. I don't think two people are ever like, okay, I don't know. But then, like, from whatever I have seen, like, it was a very ugly one. And even when we got together, after 15 years, there was still a lot of bitterness. There was still a lot of hatred. So, like, it was always the blame game was still on. This side telling me stories about like, okay, like the other side, and only when much later in life that I started deciding for myself, okay, like you need two hands to clap. It's not always one person's fault.
Parents, please, oh,
No.
take care of your kids. You guys are the adults, right? Parents, yes, like you said, you know, they, at the end of the day, they are also humans,
Exactly.
right?
And there's no
How much
rule
can you
book.
blame them?
Mm-hmm.
They're also trying their best in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Might not be the best way, but
I know,
it's
yeah.
their way of dealing with things. So, yeah.
I think it also comes from what all the traumas that they had growing up and not being able to break the generational trauma and then passing it on to the next generation, which thankfully I think our generation is managing to do quite a bit. You believe so?
I think so. At least we're trying. There's at least
Right?
an attempt, right?
Mm-hmm.
To at least acknowledge
Hmm.
कि there is something wrong. At least that acknowledgement तो हो गया ना. उसके
I
बाद
know.
then we're gonna talk about it. Then we're gonna figure out how to deal with it.
I guess we are just gonna end up giving our children a new set of trauma. Because I'm very sure that the children now, like Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, whoever, like, they're gonna grow up and you're like, my parents traumatized me. So I think like it's a generational thing as well. I guess. Like,
I think so. So, talking about galis, when you fight with Podi, are there like really moments when you're like super angry and you use some kind of a nagamis or ow for galis? Are there any? Maybe you can share some.
Earlier I used to, but you know what I've realized? I've seen a lot of angry adults in my life, and I've seen them fight all the time. And I realize that every time I get mad, every time I'm angry, I am just, how to say, imitating. right? The way they express their anger by trying things, breaking things, and saying things which you don't mean, which you would regret later. This is something I have managed to, not managed to, I should say.
Managing.
Oh, yes.
Work in progress.
You don't have to be that way. You don't have to express yourself that way. You don't have to hurt the other person just because you're feeling hurt. Okay, like you can tell them that, okay, like this is not cool. But you just sort of have to become that vile person, you know.
You know, using bad words. What were the words that you would use to Podi when you were angry with him?
Gandu. But I call everyone a Gandu, so everyone is a Gandu.
It's a Nagamese word?
Nagamese, I have been out of touch for a very long time, so like doesn't वो feel नहीं आती है.
Emotions के साथ नहीं आता. And ow?
Ow is just a yop. So it comes from a it comes from a folk story.
Okay.
A folk tale.
Uh-huh.
So it's a story about a pig and a dog. So the word is azza.
Azza.
Az means dog. Ak means pig.
Okay.
So it's a very cute gali. But
yeah.
Okay.
That's why no, in tribals we don't have such strong galis, right?
Right?
Maybe that
like
is also
Hindi
why it's...
like you can just get like
Hindi
so dirty.
Filthy. So we have reached Goa, and now you can tell us, how did Oya's Umami happen?
So I come from a family of amazing cooks, especially on my father's side. Then cooking has always been my escape. It's always been my way of unwinding. Even as a child, you know, I remember playing kitchen all the time, like with all those plastic toys that you get. And my father did not like it. I don't know. Maybe he thought that this is like you should not. Maybe his idea was you should not spend time playing, but rather focusing on your studies. But I think he never realized that like someone can make a living out of this. And even, I mean, cooking as a profession was not big those days, right? It's only nowadays that being a chef has been very glamorized these days. So I remember this was after my 10th results were declared. And my father was expecting me to land somewhere among the top 10 in the state. Okay, sorry, Dad.
Expectations.
Right. And I had also prepared for that. And initially, right after my dad graduated, he used to work as a math and science teacher. And yeah.
Obviously, more expectations.
Right. So I felt the pressure all the time. And till today, I don't understand numbers. I see numbers and I flip. 2 plus 2 is
3.
Exactly. So when my results were declared, forget about top 10, forget about first class, I landed in second class. My father was very disappointed. He was in the office. He gave me a call and then he was like, "How much did you score?" I told him my percentage and he was like, I said, "Okay." I cried.
Aww.
I don't know if I was really sad or just sad because someone was scolding me. When I cried, then I remember going outside, collecting some bottle caps. I took those caps outside, made a small fire, and then I started cooking outside.
Therapy, no?
So yeah, cooking has been very closely connected to my emotional and mental health. Even when I was in Shillong, I was just starting off then, like learning how to cook. But there was a cafe which my local guardian used to own. It was the name was Swish Cafe. I'm not sure if it's still around. Then after college, I would always come back. Initially, I started working as a waitress. Then later, I decided, okay, I don't like dealing with people so much. Let me step into the kitchen. Then I started learning. Just helping the cook in the kitchen with small tasks and all that. And so and then I realized like, okay, like this is quite enjoyable. And that was my first window, into like cooking as a profession for me. Then from there I moved to Delhi. I was always cooking for my friends, inviting people over. And every time there was a get together, I was always in charge of cooking. And I can also say that my cooking has also evolved over time because all the places that I've lived at, all the different cuisines that I have tried and tasted and experienced has also influenced in my style of cooking. It has been quite a journey, I would say, because you get all the validations, and even when you're feeling like, oh, okay, maybe I did not do enough today, and then you send out the food, and then people get back to you saying, oh, the food was really nice. So that that just immediately lifts you up, right? And even though you feel like, oh, okay, like I'm worthless, and all those days that you're feeling down, and then people get back to you and giving you so much love, and then you just feel like, okay, maybe I'm doing right in life. Maybe I'm doing something right in life for the first time. It has been a lot of that. And of course, like you don't expect everyone to get you, everyone to understand like what you're doing. And there has been some people like who were not happy about things, the way you do things. But then I've made peace with it.
During this whole journey of Oya's Umami?
Mm, oh my God, yeah, I can tell you this. It has been because people have come to you with an expectation, and there is also the money, right? People are paying you to do something for them, like which you know how to do. So the the difficulty for me has been to be able to put your best forward every time, to be always on your best foot forward, and to be able to deliver. And every time you feel like you don't, you just go on a down spiral. So yeah, that has been the biggest challenge for me, because as I said, cooking is very closely connected to my emotional health, and every time I feel like, okay, I'm not doing something correctly, I just lose it. So yeah, that's been one of the challenges. The other being, just gathering ingredients, because I don't know how to drive or ride, all of that, which are minor. Okay, the body's there to take care of that.
You might want to change your answer, huh? You were able to somehow create a community here,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, why Goa? Like, why is Goa so special?
Mm. Speaking from a very personal perspective, I would say that, like I said, I never even imagined that I will be doing this for a living, like cooking for a living. So coming here Goa has given me that freedom, to explore the other passions that I have in life, and then be able to make something out of it, set up something which a lot of people can relate to and keep coming back to, which is something I really appreciate and enjoy. Is people coming back and then supporting you, and there's so much feeling of community, right? Every time you're in need, or every time like they feel like, okay, like they can reach out to you there, that Oya is always there. And I feel, even as the term suggests, Oya means elder sister, right? The one who is supposed to know better, even though I don't. It embodies warmth and also family, right? So even though maybe like you're not supposed to get everything right in life, but then there's there are always signs that, okay, like maybe some things you're getting it right. Because if I were to set this up in some other place other than Goa, I don't think I would have had the courage to do it. I don't think I would have done it, because this thought had come to me when I was in Delhi as well. But then knowing Delhi, I was like, no, like I'm never gonna do that. But then yeah, here we are, selling food, pocket akuni.
Tasty food.
My tea
Now,
is cold.
now it looks like you have like really settled down here, kind of. So, like we were talking in the beginning, the where we come from, we are so rooted in
Right.
our culture, right?
Right.
In our traditions, right? Where we are from. Uh, do you really believe that this is your home now, or do you think there will come a time when you would want to go back to your roots?
Good question. I saw my cousin sister's WhatsApp status the other day. So her family settled in. She is my dad's younger sister's daughter. who are settled in Hyderabad, and she was at the airport, and she wrote, "Leaving home to go home." It's the weirdest. It's gonna be the weirdest feeling ever. I was like, oh my god, I can so relate to that. And she is 13. Like you, young nuggets, chipkawing gyan on me. What's happening? But yeah, there are times when I feel that call back to home very strongly, and I feel like okay, like I'm homesick now. I miss the landscape. Um,
The weather.
Yes, the fruits, the vegetables, everything. It always calls to you, right? Although I think humans always spend most of their lives chasing happiness, not realizing that happiness is here. We can create it here. So although that place is also happy, it's also nice, it's where we come from, but wherever we are, we can also that same person that we can be like wherever, even if we are there or not, back at home or not. And yes, I think at this point where I am right now, Goa is home, and I don't think of going back home. I am happy where I am, and I don't want to spend time, thinking and planning that okay, maybe I should go, maybe I should go, when I can rather like invest that time doing something more productive, which I don't, but okay, at least that's my thought process.
I'm so happy for you when you say that you're happy where you are.
Thank
You know?
you. Hello, come here. Yeah. Why?
You stay there.
Why are you racist?
Has there been a point where you have faced like a very strong criticism about your food or about the way things you do, and how you have dealt with all those things?
No, luckily everyone has been very supportive all along. Yes. And then the only battle that I was fighting was against myself. I had cold feet for an entire month or maybe even more. I was like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. And also because I don't have any professional training in the kitchen. I don't come from a culinary background. I used to be like, how am I going to train the boys? What am I going to teach them? And also, I've heard from a lot of people that you have to write down all the recipes and grammage so that they can carry it forward. They can take it off your hands. All of that was stressing me out, and that was the biggest challenging moment. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this, and the project was getting delayed because of so many reasons, and in a way that was like giving me some form of kind of relief.
The delay was giving you relief.
Like that, okay, that gives me more time to be stressed out. But then yeah, the long ride was getting delayed. I was getting more stressed out and doing even more overthinking. Yeah. And then slowly, the first time that we cooked here, it was a total flop because we made momos, and then the wrapper, it just completely came apart. And I figured out that okay, like maybe I've been doing it incorrectly all along, and it took me like a couple of days to figure out the dough, the wrappers, so that it stays. You can store it properly, you can steam it right, and then when it reaches the customers, it reaches in one piece.
Not like broken forms.
No, like wrapper here, don't. So yeah, it took a lot of figuring out and a lot of trials and errors, a lot of mistakes and learning from your own mistakes. Also repeating your own mistakes again and again. But yeah, it has been a fun journey, and even with all the challenges, I think that just adds up to your journey. Right? Like, it just makes it more fun and memorable.
And like, what do you enjoy the most?
About it as a mommy.
Yeah, about your work, about what you're doing.
It's about creating new recipes, coming up with new ideas, getting people to try it, and when people like it, and also of course like the constructive criticism also comes, and which we also take like very positively. I try not to kill anyone. How dare you not like my food? And yeah, now I have a team like working with me and just teaching them new things and realizing that they are much much younger, and like also realizing that okay, like you are still the Oya and you have to teach them. They're not, and also they come from a very different background, right? Uh, of cuisine. Like they were working at a different place before this, and just teaching them everything from scratch. Like because our menu is very Asian led, so they don't have an Asian background. So like just getting them excited, just as excited as we are, and also knowing that when we opened this place, when we found out that okay, everyone was just excited to be here, like to be a part of this, and it just made the entire journey very wholesome. What else?
So do you
When do you
think
get to try this?
yes, we'll come to this later.
Okay.
But now, do you think you're successful? How do you see that?
Success. How do you define success? I mean, it's subjective, right? But if whatever you're doing is giving you joy, it's allowing you to sleep at night, and not overthink, and like just bog yourselves down with stress, with tension, then I think you are there already. Maybe like that is what we all should consider as success.
Yeah, so now coming back to you trying recipes, creating recipes and all, let's do a taste
Okay,
test.
okay, yeah. So,
So
what
it's a
am I
game.
waiting for? I know I'm gonna fail, but okay.
So it's simple. You can take as many a spoon you want, and you have to tell me the ingredients. So it's actually a very simple stew that I made, and it's just a broth because I took out all the ingredients because I don't want you to see the ingredients.
Right.
So you can just take a taste, and
Would you
you
like a
have to.
spoon?
I'm not gonna do it. It's for you. And you have to guess. It has 8 ingredients, and if you even tell me 5 ingredients, I'm going to give you a big round of applause.
Okay, let's start with the basics. Water, salt. There, I got 2 of them correct. Tomatoes. This reminds me of something which we cook at home.
Yeah, it's like a
Every
home
day.
thing. Yeah, it's very simple. So you can like mix it up thoda sa and then have.
Wait, so
Taste to kar lo pehle.
wait. There's a curry which is made every day in my home, and since as long as I can remember, I'm sure they still make it at home even now. And my brother got so fed up with it, he named the dish 365 days. So so this is very similar. Like I can get like very similar
Yes.
notes. Okay, water, salt, tomatoes,
Oh.
green chilies.
Yes. Okay, you got it that much correct.
Do we have? It's either ngari or akuni. I'm gonna go with ngari.
Yes. Do you like nari?
I love ngari.
Yeah. I mean, is that like a normal thing?
So 365 days, the curry is made of potatoes, tomatoes, green chilies, and ngari.
Oh, it's very similar. Huh? Okay, but there's more ingredients hai, or ingredients hai.
What else can I get out of?
Where do you get the ngaris from?
Order it online.
No, घर पे when you were home, back home.
So yeah, I spent a lot of time in Shillong, right? So every time I would go back home, I would always travel with 10 kilos of ngari, chung tap, from Shillong. Okay. So what else did I get?
One more taste. There's 3 more ingredients to go.
Is it chicken broth? Chicken broth, I think.
No, wrong.
Okay, I give up.
It's a very common ingredient.
Garlic?
Yes, you got it.
Okay.
2 more to go.
Man. You know, we always say that the simplest dishes are always the hardest to execute.
You just plonk everything in one pot and then just let it boil. This thing.
Brinjal.
No.
Okay, potatoes. I know we do it with potatoes.
It's smoked fish and onion.
Nari, right?
No, ngari is fermented fish
Right.
and then smoked
Fish.
dry fish.
Onions.
Onion.
Ah, okay. So this is a sacrilege for in my household. Like, we don't put onions.
Oh, is
But-
it?
Yeah, but good touch, yeah. I'm liking this.
You like
Can I
it?
get some salt? No. What was I asking for?
Salt.
Rice. I want rice. So this rice and boiled eggs is my go-to meal.
Yes.
Yeah, soft
gonna be
boiled
good.
eggs.
Yes.
Yum. Thank you.
Okay, great. So you failed. You failed your test.
No. Wait.
You failed.
I beg to differ.
So now we're gonna do another segment. This is rapid fire. All right. Ready? Let's go. Shall we?
Yes.
Eldest or youngest?
Eldest.
Your younger self or your older self?
Older self.
Kohima or Goa?
Kohima.
What's the best thing about being a Naga?
All the fermented food and a strong gut.
What's the worst thing about being a Naga?
Isms?
Akuni or Anishi?
Oh God. Okay, Anishi. I'm an owl, so okay.
So Naga food stereotypes. Which one makes you roll your eyes the most?
Roll my eyes in disappointment or happiness.
Disappointment.
Okay, that's a tough one. I can't think of any because I like everything.
Okay, what's one Naga stereotype that is 100% true for you?
We all have mother tongue influence, MTI. Yeah, it's 100% true for me because when I speak English, I cannot differentiate between T and D's, P and B's, yeah, K and G's. Yes,
Really? Okay.
mother tongue influence. Yes.
Most annoying question customers have asked in the restaurant.
I can't say it's the most annoying, but then yeah, I don't know. Like, how long have you been doing this? I've heard that quite a lot, and I'm now like a little exhausted answering the same question. Yeah, I think that can count as annoying. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry guys.
Maybe they're just curious, you know?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Okay, last one. One stereotype about Nagas you wish would disappear.
That we are all very hostile. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean headhunting wala?
I have found out that a lot of people avoid traveling to Nagaland because they think that they would die.
It's not safe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually recently I was talking to somebody who asked me, about cannibalism there. I was like, what? No, dude.
Like, you look delicious to me. I can make a nice stock out of you. My oven is ready.
So yeah, thank you so much, Ati, for sharing us your day with us. You are so incredibly doing well.
Thank you, Shim.
And on the last note, sitting here, owning this beautiful place, right? Helping, having so many young people working under you. What would you tell your younger self?
I would tell young Ati to take one day at a time. Life is not as hard as it gets, like all the time. And also, yeah, growing up, I always struggled with having friends, but now I think I have people friends like family. Am I getting too emotional? Yeah. And also, I think I've mentioned this before, like not to take life too seriously. You don't have to waste your time worrying about things that are not in your control. Yeah. And I think that message should go to everyone.
Not just your younger self.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like us, follow us, subscribe. We are doing some interesting things in the kitchen. So yeah, please support us.
Bye. That's it for today.
Sure.